February the 24th, 2023. Guys, this is quite an unusual article that popped up. Started last night. It says mysterious white dust blankets parts of West Virginia, Virginia, and Maryland. Then I'm going to link to the article, and there's a lot of Twitter videos here that you can come in and look for yourself. But at the top, you're looking at, on the windshield, the white dust, then on the hood of a car, and then someone shining a flashlight or their car light through it on the right there. And it's the meteorologists are saying that it was a dust storm. I don't think so. We've got radar images and satellite images, of the dust storm they were talking about. But this is not dust. This is a white particle. And there's reports that a small plane was coming through there and spraying this stuff out. And one of the people said that it was so thick as they were dumping it that you couldn't hardly see their neighbors' houses. And the local fire department, emergency management, is telling folks to stay inside until they figure out what this is going on. It says parts of West Virginia, Maryland were blanketed with a mysterious fine white dust late Thursday night and into early Friday morning. I think this article came in at 2:31 a.m. I'm just now seeing it. It says the eastern panhandle of West Virginia appeared to be hit the hardest, but there were also photos and videos being posted from as far away as Winchester, Virginia, and Hagerstown, Maryland. Remember Hagerstown, guys, where the convoy stayed up at the racetrack? It says breaking multiple reports of unknown white dust particles falling out of the sky. Again, there's a bunch of Twitter links here, and you'll get a strike if you put many of these on your videos, so be careful with that. It said currently multiple people across West Virginia into Maryland area are reporting an unknown white dust film descending from the sky. The white dust falling out of the sky event in Maryland and West Virginia, residents describe it as a fine ash field. The reports of a small plane dropping white powder so thick we couldn't see our neighbor's house in West Virginia. Multiple reports with pictures of cars coated with white dust. A lot of this is here. They're saying a Facebook page that tracks emergencies in the Panhandle, the Eastern Panhandle working fires, were early to post about the dust. Call 911 per the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection. They have requested that everybody experiencing these issues call 911 immediately and have their local fire department respond. They also advise to shut doors and windows and avoid outdoors at this time as a common sense approach until it can be identified. As maybe some of you guys in West Virginia are familiar with this tag here, Eastern Panhandle Working Fires at the top. Again, it says, per the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection, they have requested that anybody experience it, again, call 911, stay indoors. We are aware of the strange film dust descending on Berkeley and Jefferson counties and other areas of the Eastern Panhandle. We have no information on the cause. Please post videos, pics, and locations so that we may start to assemble information. Update, the EPWF has contacted the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection and they were unaware of any issues. They have taken this seriously and are in the process of making notifications to begin an investigation immediately. We will keep you informed. Again, this is coming from Eastern Panhandle Working Fires. Jefferson County, West Virginia Homeland Security and Emergency Management posted that our office has followed the reports of the dust seen throughout the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia. The attached post from one of the meteorologists connected with a TV station in West Virginia seemed to be able to provide some knowledgeable insight into the observations. We will be following up with further information from the state as it becomes available. Guys, again, 3-letter agencies, you know how far you can trust them. But then you get the report of the airplane, and then when you look at some of the videos, you'll see this is not dust. They pointed to another local meteorologist, Spencer Atkins, who wrote clearly stuff in the air is a concern anywhere in the entire region after the East Palestine event. But satellite scientists pointed the dust plume out early Thursday because it was pretty evident. Think how we often see smoke from fires, even further west in summer. And I'm going to show you the satellite images of the dust cloud itself. This is not dust. Again, some updates here, Twitter links. I will send you straight to this page. And they're saying again that some people in the Panhandle reported seeing a small plane before the dust. Others speculated it was pine pollen, and some insisted it was a dust storm from New Mexico. Was not a dust storm. I don't think it was pine pollen. It's a fine yellow mist. I'm surrounded by 9 acres of big pines. I know. We think this was from yesterday's dust storm that was in parts of New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma, as weather satellites show large plumes of dust across the states and making its way to the East Coast. Again, I've never seen dust that looks like this. Don't know what the plane was doing there, but it's worth notifying you guys in that area. Let's look at the weather satellite itself. Now, this is from yesterday's dust storm. They're saying it was parts of New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. You can clearly see that on this image. Moving through the center here in Texas. The wind's picking it up, forming a dust cloud. I've seen these in Arizona, California before. We had to stop work. I mentioned we were working up near Big Bear Lake in that area, and all the way back down into Desert Hot Springs. Seeing the dust storms, we've had to stop work and take shelter because they were getting dangerously high winds and blackout conditions. Actually, it would take the paint off your vehicles also. I don't think what we're seeing there is dust, though, guys. I'd like to hear from you folks in West Virginia in that area. Send us some reports. The plane thing and then this white powder just does not fit the narrative. Of course, they're always going to have a narrative. That's what they do. That's what they're paid for. And it's just like the terrible accident with the 5 people on the plane that were going to fly to Ohio. They were chemical experts, and they were going to give their opinion. I know there were very high winds because we were looking at the wind patterns moving off the Gulf of Mexico, and it was a lot of gusts happening as that plane took off. Again, don't know if it was going to East Palestine or further over to where the big metal plant was. But let me say this, the company that they work for also sent experts down to the BP oil spill. Same group of people. And they called in another poison called Corexit to spray on the Gulf, and they downplayed everything. Probably that's what they were going to do, was go up, put a 3-letter stamp on it, everything's fine, right? Well, that didn't work out for them, and it's sad that they lost their life in the plane crash, but I think more than likely that's what they were up to. I doubt they were going to come help any of the people involved in it. But again, you guys up in West Virginia in that area, let us know if you got any images, or if you can take samples of this stuff, see if it melts, right? Collect it, put it in with gloves, put it in something that it will not leak, like a Ziploc bag or a jar or something with a lid on it. Find out what it is. That's the only way we will ever know. We're watching it. You watch it, guys. It's a heads up. Be safe.